everybody, Phil Easy here today. I want to take you through transplanting pepper plants from the seedlings up to the next size pot. I had done one and I thought, hey, I might as well make a video about this. There's a step that happens here. There's easy ways to do it and I want to take you through that. Also going to show you how to deal with multiple plants, and I'm going to try to harvest some of these and split the roots and all that. If you like what you see, please hit the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm going to start putting out more and more videos. Thanks everybody. Let's get pepper planting. Yay! Okay, so you're not going to need much for this project. Some soil. I happen to have some in a bag here. We've got soil. We've got the larger containers. I'm going up to, I believe these are 4-inch. You want to go up, don't go too small up each time or else you're going to be transplanting this thing more times than you want to. So I've gone one size. I expect this to be the last one that I do before I put these peppers into the greenhouse. So this should be able to support a pepper plant that gets fairly tall. And scissors, I happen to use scissors. I used to try to recycle these ones, but the flimsy plastic tends to break apart anyways. So I'll show you how I get the plants out without disturbing the roots too much using the scissors. So the first thing you might notice is, if you had checked out my earlier video about planting the pepper seeds under lights to get them started early, you would hear me talk about cutting out the plants and not leaving the multiples in here. I planted multiple seeds on purpose because I didn't know what the germination rates were going to be, and I wanted the strongest ones. I wanted to select the strongest ones out. However, I gapped a little bit. I don't know, lost track of things amongst this big virus thing going on. I don't know. I have no real excuses, but at the end of the day, I didn't get them separated out. But that's okay, because this is going to allow me to show you how I separate the plants from each other when we pot them up and have them survive. It's an easy way to have lots of plants without having to buy them here. So first thing you'll notice is that some of these are just shot. So what I should have been doing as I was growing them was, as they cut them to a single plant in the end, I'm going to cut out these ones that are obviously not very strong. I'm not even going to bother trying to use them. I'm going to just take these strong ones and plant them up. So I grab an empty container, fill it up about halfway with soil. You don't need to pat this stuff down so much. What I like to do is, because this one's fairly deep, almost the same depth, I'm going to make a hole in the center of this container here and press it down that way. So I'm really only firming up below into the sides and creating a hole that is roughly big enough to fit one of these in. So now I've got the container itself, and the easy way to get these out without hurting them, if you're not trying to reuse this stuff, and I know it's not the most environmentally friendly, I got to find new ways to do that. But the easiest way, because these aren't going to last anyways, is to cut. I just will slice down each one of these channels here. And the corners work, the corners work well. Try not to cut myself while I'm showing you this. Just to cut down the corner, it's going to make it really easy to pull these apart in the end. So I'm going to go after this first cell for the example. You can see two of the fairly good plants in here. I'm going to want to get these separated, and I'm going to turn them into two containers. So actually, before I separate them, I'll get a second container ready here. There we go. So now I've got the two containers ready. You want to make sure that before you end up transplanting, even like 12 to 24 hours before, you want to have watered your plants, or else when you go to transplant, all the soil's going to crumble apart and your roots will be exposed, and it's just going to put them under more stress. So this is moist, and it's going to make it a little bit easier for me to manage this. So I cut down the side. I now just tear this open. Now you can see the roots are already forming around, so that's a good sign. That tells me that yes, this was getting close to the point of needing to transplant them up. So I just take a look, and I kind of look at the halfway mark here, and I'm going to sort of loosen. I'm going to loosen this up a little bit. It's okay if the roots come apart a bit, and then from the top part, gently. You may feel a couple little roots break, but I'm gently pulling that apart. And there's our 2 plants now. And I'm going to get them into their homes right away. Drop it into that hole that we had created. And then with my hand, I'm going to backfill with some soil. And then once I backfill with the soil, I'm going to pat this down and go careful around the stem. You do want to firm it up because those roots may have gotten loosened. You don't want any air around those roots. That'll end up killing your plants. So there's the first one. I'll do the second one real quick here. And you want to fill up the soil so it basically comes to the same level as the original soil level of your pepper plant. And you want to still have a little bit of space on the top here, especially if you plan on top watering, which I don't do myself, but if you're top watering, you're going to need enough room for the water to fill. So there we go, there's a couple done. Now the last step is going to be, of course, to grab your masking tape, pen, label with the date, or else you'll lose track because they start to look very similar, and if you grow multiple varieties of the same type of plant, it'll get real hard. Well, there you go, everybody. Thanks for watching. That's how I like to transplant my pepper plants, from the seedlings up to the first 4-inch pot size. Hopefully the last pot we'll put it in before we transplant it to the greenhouse. Thanks for watching. Hopefully there was some good information in here, some value for you. If you thought so, please hit the subscribe button, thumbs up, notification, all that good stuff. I will see you guys again soon. You take good care now. Bye.